President Donald Trump says, vote for this health care replacement plan or live with Obamacare and he'll move on. After a postponed vote last night, Republicans in the House say they will hold a vote on this bill today. So here we go. Their decision comes after President Donald Trump claimed he was finished negotiating with Republican holdouts and determined to move on with the rest of his agenda, win or lose. House Speaker Paul Ryan set the showdown for today.
For 7.5 years, we have been promising the American people that we will repeal and replace this broken law because it's collapsing and it's failing families. And tomorrow we're proceeding.
The House goes back into session this morning. The vote expected sometime today. Even if it does pass, the bill would likely face huge opposition and tough scrutiny in the Senate. Thousands of people came together in London to remember the victims of this week's attack. They gathered in Trafalgar Square to hold a candlelight vigil and demonstrate unity. 3 innocent people were killed along with the suspect. Among the victims is a Utah man who is celebrating his 25th wedding anniversary. His wife is in critical condition. Police shot and killed the attacker, 52-year-old Khalid Massoud. ISIS now claims he was a soldier of the Islamic State. Police say they have made 8 arrests at properties linked to Massoud.
Police in Israel say a young man is behind the threats against Jewish community centers, including 2 in Minnesota. The 19-year-old Jewish man who holds dual Israeli and American citizenship shielded his face in court yesterday. He's suspected of making threats against dozens of Jewish centers in the U.S., Australia, and New Zealand. Police say the man used sophisticated methods to hide his tracks. His lawyer says he suffers from a brain tumor that affects his behavior and ability to go to school.
A police officer in Eau Claire, Wisconsin gets a voice message from a man claiming to work for the IRS, threatening that he's got to call back right away or he'd be arrested. So what's this police officer do? Well, he calls back and he records the whole thing. Take a listen.
Who would actually be coming to arrest me? Is it IRS or how do you do that?
Sir, we will download your arrest warrant to your local sheriff department, and from that department, sir, they will do what's required to do.
So the sheriff's department will arrest me at what do you say, 6 or 6:30 your time?
Yeah, pretty good. All just a scam, right? That's Officer Kyle Roeder on the phone. He did have a sheriff's deputy stop by since the sheriff's department was going to come arrest him. Kind of pretended to put cuffs on him during the whole thing. The deputy said, look, here's the deal. They don't get warrants from the IRS on phone calls like this. The police are not going to be called. This is a scam. The Federal Trade Commission said there were more than 3 million reports of this type of scam last year. Police did put this video online. They just want people to be aware that if you get a phone call like this, just hang up.
It is funny to see him, in his full uniform, asking when he's going to get arrested.
Who's going to come arrest me? Yeah. Twitter might be going